Hi, today I'm going to show you the new Corgi EM7280 wheel balancer. We're going to go through all the programs and show you how easy it is to use and how good it is, this new machine that just came to the States. As you can see, when we switch it on in the morning, we have this first page where it shows me which program I'm in it, and it will show me the both unbalances inside and outside, so internal side of the wheel, external side of the wheel. As you can see, we have a keyboard here, very simple to use. We have start, stop, these two arrows, which I will use to select the right icon I'm working with. We have an enter icon and an exit icon. So first of all, I want to show you here all the different programs we have. As you can see, very simple to understand. We have dynamic program with the two clip weights on both external sides. We have static programs. We have AL1P. P is the precision program. So it's the program where you will use this internal gauge to apply the sticky weights. So you will put the sticky weights on this and take them to the right spot. Next one is AL2P, still a precision program. That means you will use the gauge to place the external sticky weight, but you will put at 12 o'clock the clip weight. This is AL1, so again both sticky weights, but in this case I will place them manually at 12 o'clock, both of them. AL2, again clip weight and sticky weight, both at 12 o'clock. AL3, we have two sticky weights, always 12 o'clock, internal one, and actually the external one is, as you can see, outside the spokes of the wheel. It's not really used, this kind of program, because most of the customers, they don't want weights hanging out here. They just prefer them to keep them inside the spokes. AL4, which is clip weights inside, sticky weights outside the spokes. AL5, which is sticky weight inside, 12 o'clock, clip weights outside 12 o'clock. Then we have other two programs which are about the motorbikes. So as you can see, this is the ALU program for motorbike, and this is the dynamic program for motorbikes. Good. By pressing the exit button, we can enter other programs like this. This is my menu. So I enter the main menu. As you can see, we have plenty of icons. First one is this, set user working environment. When do we use this program? When, for example, more people use the same machine. So I'm, in this case, operator 1. I set the sizes of my wheel. Then operator 2 comes to this balancer. He selects number 2. He put his sizes of the wheel in it. When I come back, I just go back to operator 1, and automatically the machine will bring me back to the sizes I entered before. We have an optimization program, which is the one that suggests you to spin the tire into the rim when the amount of weight is too much. So it will suggest me if turning the tire into the rim 180 or only 90 degrees. This program is the end, so when I want to go back to the service page, display logo, here I can select the logo to put in the first page, so this one here. Again in the menu. We have the counter, so with this program, by entering this program, I can see how many wheels has been done on this balancer and how many calibration. So in this case, you see that we have done 31 wheels total, I mean in the life of this machine. These are the number of spin you have done since you switched on the machine. So every day you can check how many wheels has been balanced. And this is the calibration counter, so how many calibrations has been performed on this machine. Next one is the weight management suite. Is the program that allows me to use less weight. So when we balance a wheel, we have two kinds of unbalance, the dynamic and the static. This program basically tries to take off all the static unbalance, which is the one that makes my wheel moving like that, and it's the one I can really feel on the steering wheel vibrating. So by using this program, of course, we take off more static unbalance. The car will not come back with the steering wheel vibrating, but we will save weight anyway. We can see it later when we put the wheel on. This is to enter the wheel data, so the sizes of the wheel. I can enter them manually. Otherwise, with the gauge, I will show you how to enter them automatically. This is the help icon. So anytime you have an error message or something and you don't know what is about, by entering this icon, machine will tell you what you are doing wrong. Here we have configuration programs. As you can see, many here. We have calibration, which we will see in the service video. We have calibration of the external sensor. We have service page. And here, the position of the adhesive weights, of the sticky weights. So I can also choose if I want to put them at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, or at 6 o'clock. So by just pressing the enter button, I just can change the position. I always prefer to work at 12 o'clock. Other programs like this, to enable or disable the automatic search of the position of the weight. I would always leave it on, because it's much easier. After the spin, the machine goes automatically in one of the right position to place the weight. We have this, that we can change the unbalanced visualization accuracy. So in this case, we have 5 grams, so it goes up in 5 to 5. On the other one, it goes 1 by 1. I usually prefer to leave it in 5 by 5. It's accurate enough. Here is how to select if I want to work with grams or ounces. So by only pressing enter, I can go from grams to ounces. I know many people in the States are now starting using grams, so that is really up to you. The automatic position of the optimization, this on or off, I would leave it on, so I see when the machine suggests me to use the optimization program. With this icon, I can choose which icons to put in the main page. So in the first page, I can choose 2 different icons and keep them there on the main menu, so it's more accessible. This is how to set the language. You will probably leave it in English. This to set the company data. So by entering this program and going through all the letters, I can write down the company name, which will be the one that appear on the main page when I switch on the machine or when the screensaver goes on. And of course I can enter also the name of the 3 operators in case I use the operator program. And you can see here I can choose to write down, and by exiting, menu again, setting. That's about it. So I'm now going to put a wheel on and see how it works. We will start with the dynamic. So I just take this steel rim right here, put it on the shaft. Make sure it's well tight. Good. First thing we will have to do is to get the sizes of this wheel. So by just taking this internal gauge and bringing it on the inner part of the rim, on the display you can see on the monitor that I have the distance and the diameter of the wheel. If I have to enter how large is the wheel, I have my caliper. Otherwise, there's an accessory which is an external gauge that I will position here, and it will read how wide is the tire. In this case, we're going to measure it's 6.5 inches. 6.5. So just press enter. We now have the sizes. Now the only thing left to do is take the hood down and perform our first spin. As you can see, you can read the sizes of the wheel right there. And now we have the unbalance. In this case, I left it in grams. If you're not happy with it, you can change it to ounces. As you can see, by manually moving the wheel, the two dots moves too. When I reach 12 o'clock with one of them, the brake activates. And now I can put the 40 grams in this case at 12 o'clock, exactly at 12 o'clock. Go to the next one, so we can just press the start button. And as you can see, it positions itself automatically in the right spot. So again, 12 o'clock, place my weight. Now I can perform the spin to check if the wheel is balanced correctly. That means we have done a good job. So when you have all zero, it means the wheel is now calibrated, so you can just take it off and go to the next one. Of course, the second one will be even faster because you don't have to enter the sizes again. Now we see also how to balance an aluminum wheel like this one. So of course I'm going to change the cone. This is too small for that. I'm going to use the medium cone. Perfect for this one. Always from inside when you can. It's always better. And on this gate I can put a rubber protection. So on alloy rims I always prefer to put the rubber protection, so we're not going to scratch it. Make sure it's well tight. We now have to choose the program, because of course we want to use the two clip weights. We're now going to use an aluminum program. So we just enter this icon. I suggest you to use whenever you can the ALU 1P, so both sticky weights and both placed with the gauge. So I just select this program. As you can see, it comes out this screen. Now what I do, I just choose where I want to place my weight. So I will select the first position and the second position. As you can see in the monitor, the machine tells me when I reach the spot that I want, that's where I will place my weight. Just take the hood down now. And quickly perform a spin. You can see it's ready to go. We have 25 grams and 20 grams. So I just take my sticky weights, 20 and 25. Place the 25 grams on this gauge. Make sure we stop in the correct position. And as you can see, it tells me green on the internal one. And now by taking out my gauge and by looking at the monitor, you can see when I reach the right spot. So the arrow will become green and tells me this is the right spot. Place the weight. Make sure it's well glued against it. Then start and we reach the second position for the external weight. It's right there. Again, I'm going to place my weight on the gauge. Take a look of the monitor when we get exactly where I want my weight. I just place it there. Now we can do the spin to check if the wheel is on zero.